I'm your host, John Burke, here with Josh, my beautiful heterosexual bearded Jewish life partner. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Just trying to weather this tar smell.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. It's day 2, folks. They're tarring the roof of our building. It still reeks to high heaven. Oh, good Lord.
Rough.
Good Lord, it's bad. It's just nasty. It's just nasty. But we're live on Rumble. Appreciate y'all coming on over. Can you turn me up just a little bit? No, in my headphones, my headset.
Turn them shits up.
Turn them shits up a little bit more. Check. That's good right there. That's perfect. Thank you.
Turn my headphones up.
And of course, Rumble's being fucking weird. Let's try this again. End the live stream. Josh, intro the show. Actually, turn me down just a little bit too. Now I'm loud as fuck.
All right. How's that? Oh, you mean your headset?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. More?
You getting feedback? Sounds okay. Sounds good. Oh man. And so
always professional.
Yeah, always the professionals here. We're doing so good. We're doing so good. Interesting thing happened yesterday. You remember how we were talking about the Parlor app and how he's going to potentially buy it, or it's looking like he is going to buy it. Interesting thing happened yesterday. As soon as I opened the Parlor app, I received an email. Now, in this email were CC'd very, very prominent figures within the GOP, within influencer world, within whatever you want to call it. Literally the likes of Charlie Kirk, Dana Loesch, and the rest of them. And I'm sitting there, and my email's with it, and I'm like, wait, did we just get doxxed? And sure as shit, I received an email from Parlor outreach team today or this morning saying, hey, we want to apologize that essentially we basically fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, you did fuck up, like royally, like bad. You fucked up really bad. Was that really the time to do that? And you know, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, is Parlor going to make a comeback? Because I went and looked, and I've got like almost 30,000 followers over there, but there is no engagement, none. It almost feels like it's a dead app, and just watching this thing unfold is interesting because it's like, with Yee making the announcement that he's coming back, I saw other people getting back on there, making their announcements like, hey, I'm back, yada, yada. And it's like maybe breathing new life into the app. But from what I'm seeing, like there's a lot that still needs to be done on this platform. So it's kind of like, what have they been doing with this platform since then? What have they been upgrading it? Have they been updating it? Or is this just like a dead app, a dead platform? And partially, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this has been out for a while. This should be finished by now. So I'm wondering, did Kanye get fleeced?
I don't know.
Does this dude know what he's actually doing?
He probably went to bed last night and went, should have bought MySpace.
What if that was the thing? What if, okay, we're good on Rumble now. We're all over on Rumble, so appreciate that habit. What if like Kanye, well, no, I think Facebook owns MySpace. I think Facebook bought it out.
Did they?
I think they did. I could be wrong on this, but now, because I mean, we looked this up the other day, and like MySpace is now like a music platform. Right. It's not even a social media platform anymore. So
yeah, because I thought Justin Timberlake was going to buy it, or he bought it, or something like that, and then he was going to use it for.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like yeah, I remember that.
And then nobody cared.
Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Nobody uses MySpace anymore. These kids don't know what it's like. Oh my god. But yeah. That kind of pissed me off with Parlor. I was like, bro, what the hell? You want people to come back, and then and ever since then, like I said, I'm getting spam emails. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to delete that email account now. And that's like my that's like my main one.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, you sons of bitches.
Could you get in legal trouble for that?
I mean, I think
there's quite a few names on that list.
There is.
Yeah.
There's a lot, but I'm not a lawyer, but I would have to, I think for me, you'd have to prove intent. And I don't think they intended it. Again, granted, it was an accident, but even still, this is a serious accident. You just doxed a lot of high-profile people's emails. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? So apparently what happened from what... Actually, you know what? Let me read you the email. I've still got it. Where is it? Here he is. Outreach. They said, good evening. Earlier today, we shared with you news about Yee's intent to purchase Parlor. In the excitement, we inadvertently included your email address in the CC field instead of the BCC field. To say we're highly embarrassed is an understatement. This email was sent only to a small segment, select Parlor VIPs. And it was a good chunk of people. I'm kind of a little I was included in that list. I guess I'm a somebody in certain
We
circle.
got him a big deal over there, huh?
Even though I probably don't get along with half of these people. It saddens us that one or more of the email recipients would opt to share screenshots of the mistake on social media. Okay, look, you can sit there and say it saddens you, but you're the causation. So don't sit there and act like or try and pass blame onto other people. Granted, it's equally not right, but don't sit there and try and deflect from what you caused. We value all of our VIPs, and as a platform that highly esteems privacy, we are truly sorry. We appreciate your ongoing support and would never deliberately make such a mistake. We have immediately taken measures to ensure this never happens again. If you have any further concerns or questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. I think I fire back and it's like, appreciate y'all doxing me.
What the hell, bro?
What the fuck, brah? I didn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to any of you. I even plugged the app. I was even helping out. I was like, fuck, hey, maybe we got something here. What happens? They dox me. Sons of
Like
bitches.
that son of a bitch, John Burke.
I'm going to show that cocksucker.
Fat shaming son of a bitch.
Bro, you know, I feel like I hit this stride in my life to where I don't give a fuck about anybody on Facebook anymore. So that meme page I talked about yesterday where they showed the YouTuber that was a Christian and then all the liberals are attacking all Christianity. I left a comment and I said, you'll do this when it comes to white Christians, but you won't do this as far as them doing groupthink and generalizing everybody. I said, but you won't do this with black violence or Islam. Oh my God. Like, bro, I need to find this link to share it to you. The comments, you could not ask for better liberal virtue signaling. John Burke, we see you and your racism. Do better. I hope you do see me because I'm standing here with a mirror showing you fucking hypocrites just how how much full of shit you are. It's like, I love this sanctimony. We see you. I'm right the fuck here. Where the fuck else am I gonna be? We see you and your racism.
Okay.
What you see is me holding a mirror and showing you the reflection of your hypocrisy is what you see. That's not my fault. That's your fault. Do better. Do better. Start a shotgun, you cuck. You don't fucking care. John Burke Uncensored is just so much fun.
That little statement's getting a little bit annoying too.
What?
Do better?
Oh, God, yeah. The do better. It's like, shut up with your sanctimonious bullshit.
It was good the first time. Now you kind of ruined it.
Do better. Suck my cock. Oh, my gosh. These people are fucking weird. Just whack jobs, man. Just whack jobs. But anyway. So that was nice to deal with yesterday. And the reason we're starting the podcast early today, if you're watching on Rumble with our Savage Nation over here, our Savage Army, Lost Savages, excuse me, we're going to be getting out here early again today. The tar smell is just fucking ridiculous over here. They're tarring the building roof, and we sent all the employees home. They're working from home. Your orders are still going out. We're getting that done. But other than that, the storefront's going to be closed for the rest of the week. It smells ridiculous in here. And I'm not going to subject our employees to this bullshit. Our fucking landlords, like, my God, I wish they'd tar their fucking vehicles, the cocksuckers. Oh, God, I hate these people. I hate them with a passion.
Yeah, still blows my mind that they're using tar. I didn't know that was still a thing.
Well, I don't know what else they would use, though. I mean, I'm not a roofer. I have no idea.
Me either, but it just
We have any roofers in the chat? Is there anything else besides tar that can be used? I don't think so. Isn't that what they seal most of the, oh, God, not tiles. The fucking...
prison rooftops. Keep going back to that.
Andy Dufresne up there handing out Coca-Colas.
It was a free man.
I'll do your taxes. Oh my gosh. Well, before I forget, don't forget to join up with our Discord. Here is the, that's the link to the Discord, the Rumble chat. Oh my God. We're getting high on tar smells, what they're saying. It's probably true. It's fucking ridiculous. Wait a minute. Oh, you're crazy. You're fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm shadow banned like a motherfucker on Facebook, dude. I'm like my account that's followed by like 26,000 people. You don't see shit. I get no engagement. I post anything. I even posted a picture of boobies. Nothing.
Not a thing.
They've got me so fucking shadow banned over there. It is insane. But anyway, here's the link to my Discord. YouTube, get in the Discord. Go check it out. We're revamping it. Big shout out to Leah Burke, who's going in there and rooting out all the bullshit, making it better. Here's the link on Rumble. There's the Discord. Just click, hold, copy, and then go paste it into your browser and go shingles. There you go. No, it's not shingles for the rooftop thing. Is it shingles?
No,
shingles are the things you hang on the sides, like the tiles and the shingles.
This is a
I know what you're talking about.
Rooftop, and I don't know. They didn't do that to my dad had his roof done. Mm-hmm. They didn't use tar. They just used some like rubber.
That's right. You
matting.
told me about that. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. Anyway.
And it didn't take them a full month to do all the building.
Mighty Whitey says, I'm a roofer, John. There's a nice glue to use, too.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's the cheaper. I'm betting this is like a cheaper version. The original roof design sets what you have to use. Okay. Oh, there's Lily. She's on YouTube. Hey, Leah. Leah's taking care of the Discord now. She's making things happen. And also, make sure you acknowledge the rules. We're changing things up a little bit, making it more, God, I don't want to say inclusive because it just sounds such like a liberal bullshit thing. It's like, we're making it more inclusive. No, we're opening it up for everybody. You can game in there. You can come hang out with the Lost Savages. You can comment. We got a thing for memes, things where you can share links, shit like that. So if you haven't joined the Discord, come do it. We're growing, man. We're going to grow it. This is what's going to help send out the notifications that we're live and stuff. So we're getting the routine of this. So bear with us. We're like, dude, I just want to explain to people, we're doing this on our own. We are trying to work very hard to figure out ways to circumvent social media and make sure that you, the listener, the downloader, the consumer of this brilliant content of ours, where we just sit here and bitch about shit for like an hour and a half.
Froey.
We just want to make sure there's ways that we can connect to you and not have social media hinder our reach, which is complete bullshit. So also great news. The ad for Shell Shock ran for the first time yesterday on Timcast's podcast. Mm-hmm. So we sponsored an episode or a month worth of that for Shell Shock. So we'll see if that works out. Love it. Fucking love it.
Just mixing it up a little bit.
Just mix it up, man. We're throwing some ad spend behind some good platforms.
Dishing it around.
Yeah, anyway. But there's the Discord link. Come join us. Come say hi. I'm probably going to be hanging out in there more so because this week I'll probably be doing more games on my gaming platform, which is John Burke Gaming, because there ain't shit for us to do here right now because it's fucking tar. But I'm playing this new game called Planet Farmer. Anyway, it's a whole different stream altogether, but It's pretty cool. It's nerdy as fuck. If you're not into that, don't worry about it. If you're into it, John Burke Gaming. Also, make sure you follow John Ross on Rumble. All right. Well, I got a new read. One of our peeps gave us a new read today. What do we read? Okay, start of the show. All right, Halo Ultras are same Halo gummies, but twice. Okay, yeah, this is true. The Halo gummies, the Ultra Halos, these things are no joke.
Buckle up.
Holy shit. For those that think the 25 milligrams is not enough, we've got the 50 milligrams, and it's potent AF. It's potent AF.
Are you up to 50 milligrams?
Yeah. I think I'm building a tolerance. I'm going to have to take a break for a little while, I think. Do you ever feel that?
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I like where I am.
Yeah.
I kind of get up and plateau, and then I can still function. I can still go about my day, and then when I'm ready to go to bed,
I like going to the gym on it.
Do?
Like I never in a million years would have thought that would be a thing. But no, I feel like no anxiety, none. Like I take a little bit, I microdose with it, and I feel more sociable. I feel happier. Sex is better. Like I'm telling you, this shit is amazing. Huh?
In the gym?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You don't have sex in the gym? If you're not having sex in the gym, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. You're doing some hip thrusters and some bend and reaches, and all my Army veteran buddies will know what the fuck that stands for. So, Halo Ultras, hey, you want to support the show, go check out shellshockcbd.com. We appreciate that. You guys are fucking amazing. We still got the watermelon Fallout gummies deal. We got the blueberry CBD flavor or CBD oil for Halloween, and a cool little Halloween special package and label. This is a collector's item. The blueberry bomb drops. If you need help with stress and anxiety, these are THC free for the isolate. Take a full dropper under the tongue for 30 seconds, or roughly 30 to 60 seconds, and swallow. That's what she said. I know. And you're going to feel that just stress and anxiety melt away. As far as our gummies go, folks, that's a money-back guarantee. If it doesn't do as we advertise it to do and you're not happy, we will refund your money. We're that confident. We're that sure. And speaking of that, in that liberal comments section on that Facebook post, a part of me is like, okay, at what point do you have to grow the fuck up and mature a little bit and not resort to childlike tactics? And what I mean by that is some dude, like, he was disagreeing with me, and then he went on my page and like looked at my shit. He's like, yeah, this comes from a guy who admits he's got a Guinness problem with a liberal arts degree. How's that liberal arts degree working out for you? I was like, oh, okay. So I went and I pulled up the app where we have our weekly sales, and I screenshotted the fact we're like at 57,000 in sales this week. I posted that. I was like, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? And the funny part about it, though, he was just kind of like, well, still a worthless degree, but congrats on that. And I was like, fair enough. Won't argue with it on that one. Then we just kind of like shook hands. And it was like, we could both agree that the education system is completely fucked. So it's like, suck my left nut.
Did you see the website for the student loan debt?
No.
I think it launched today.
Shut the fuck up.
So
they're moving forward with it?
Students can go on there and apply for.
Oh, God.
I think it's if you make less than $125,000, you get like $10,000 off of your student loan. And guess who gets to pay for it?
That's us, folks. We get to foot the bill for your education. We get to foot the bill for your health care.
This is a Hail Mary pass for these November midterms.
Bro, I think this is going to blow up in their face because I think even a lot of moderate Democrats, I wouldn't even say moderate, honestly. I'd say by and large, a lot of Democrats are against this, saying this is bullshit. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to pay for your loan. Like, we can all acknowledge and admit to the fact that if you took out a loan, you did so knowing full well you have to pay it back. Yeah. And to sit there and say, well, this is going to help me out so much. Well, then what about those that already took out loans that already repaid them? How is that fair?
It's not. My wife paid off her loan like all by herself.
Yeah. How about that? Weird. Weird how that works. But anyway, appreciate you guys being here over on the Rumble channel. So go check out shellshockcbd.com. And as always, folks, you hitting that share button, you telling your friends about the podcast. I know we say this over and over again, but it's because of you that helps us grow. We don't get shouted out by these other big platforms. We don't get any of these mainstream blue check GOP types helping us out. It's literally you, the listener. You help us grow. We're not putting any ad money behind these freaking big tech social media platforms. We're not growing in any way like that. It's simply from you saying, hey, check out John Burke's podcast. Listen to Josh and John. And it's because of y'all doing that and tagging us on social media. So big thank you to everybody that has done that. And to all of our Rumble and YouTube supporters on YouTube, I'm telling you, come over to Rumble. They're going to ban this channel sooner or later. I don't know why they haven't done it yet. It's at like 10,000 almost. And we're growing. We're growing over on Rumble. So we appreciate that. Hashtag said that John Burke get banned from Twitch again. Yes, they have permanently banned me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I do have another TikTok account. It's just John Burke, I think, or John Ross Painting, one of the two. You can follow me over there. I barely post anything because it's fucking dead. But yeah, and then John Burke Official on Instagram. And I've been, I got my account locked on Twitter because I posted something probably offensive to liberals, which is usually the truth. You know, normally if you just post truth, they ban you. So
that's it.
But anyway, all right, let's get into the news, folks. Let's get into the news. You want to talk about the state of affairs of our country. John Fetterman, this article is about this fucking, this guy's such a whack job. He looks so fucking weird. He's like,
he had a
like
stroke and
he's incoherent now.
Right.
Yeah. And yet this is how desperate Democrats are. You are literally clinging on to the garments of these people that are so out of touch, like Joe Biden. This guy, he's just rambling shit at this point. And you got Fetterman, who can't even give an honest interview because he's a stroke victim. He's not all there. And you are literally voting for these guys above somebody else. You hate the other side so much. It's like, what, you know, to be fair though, would Republicans do the same thing? No, I think at least Republicans would have enough sense to say, look, get somebody else in there. This guy, he ain't hacking it.
Well, he just had a serious stroke.
Too bad didn't finish the job. I'm not even lie. I don't care. I don't care about that. I think the guy's a piece of shit.
Well, obviously,
the guy attacked a black dude with a fucking shotgun. I mean, come on. And this guy's still fucking, come on, dude. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, he just doesn't belong there, you know? Maybe take a step back and focus on your health.
Yeah. I still love like all those liberals in that comment are just like coming after me. It's like, I don't give a fuck. And they're like, you're not going to heaven because of that comment. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that you're God. Yeah.
You got the book?
Easy, baby killers. Okay. Like, calm down. All I said was just like, say the same things about Islam and black violence in America as a group thing and see what happens. You bunch of fucking hypocrites. And they're like, oh my God, you're so racist.
And apparently the Jewish community as well.
Oh yeah. The Jews will cancel you left and right. What I love about this though is how they're literally proving my point in the comments, because I'm saying that they keep calling me racist. Like, point out where what I said was racist, and they can't. The one fucking gay dude with a septum ring and a mustache looks like his boyfriend fucks him in the ass. Everyone's just a fucking weird dude. And he's trying to come after me. He's like, yeah, I would fuck your mom. But Bill's like, oh, go have fun. I don't know what she's not going to fuck you. I mean, you look like a fucking fruitcake. Like, whatever, bro. Like, you look like you cry after sex. Like, nobody cares. And you have that little septum ring. I just want to lead you around by that. That's what your boyfriend probably puts a chain through when you're sucking his dick. Fucking whack job. But anyway, they keep insulting you with ad hom. But I'm sitting there like, can any of you fucking retards show me where I was racist in the comments? And you can't. So they keep doubling down on ad hom. And I'm sitting here like, guys, I can explain this to you in Barney terms. Here we go. You are sitting there generalizing white Christians, and it's perfectly acceptable in your culture. But if you do that with blacks or anybody else out there, instantly anyone that does that is wrong and racist. Mm-hmm. But you're okay to do that towards white Christians. And these idiots still don't comprehend. I even made a comment and I explained the whole thing. I was like, listen, mental peasants, I'm here to help you. Daddy Burke is here. I'm going to break this down for you, Barney style, so you got, and they still don't get it. They still don't get it. It's like, Jesus, you people belong in camps. Like, seriously. Like, at least be good for something. Like, put them in fucking camps so they can work on license plates or something. I don't know. I mean, these people vote.
Probably
these people vote, and they have, like, who hires these whack jobs?
Nobody.
You're sitting there, it's like,
or,
look.
Liberals and like the bots, the comments that you see on Twitter, and
I feel like SpongeBob trying to explain to Patrick what 1 + 1 equals. Like, all right, SpongeBob, here's 1 plus Patrick's like, here's 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah. And then Patrick's like, you're still racist. It's like, oh, fuck's sakes. Like, I give up, dude. I give up. I love being purple. People are so fucking just stupid. But look, folks, a lot of racist stuff to talk about today, primarily black racists. Why? Because I feel like in today's society, it's perfectly acceptable. It's perfectly okay to be black and racist towards white people. And then if white people push or fight back, we're suddenly demonized and called racist. And I'm going to show you some examples of that today. And I'm not pulling any punches. Now you're getting John Burke uncensored. What we couldn't talk about before on Twitch, we're going to talk about here. And we're going to do it in a manner that hopefully opens people's eyes and minds to understanding why reverse racism is not real. It's just racism plain as day. And also to prove the point that if white privilege exists, then we have to acknowledge the fact that black and minority privilege exists even more so than white. So let's get into it. But before we get there, let's start with this John Fetterman article, because this is just a condition of how America's in right now. A razor blade covered pro-Democrat campaign sign sparks police response in Pennsylvania. Razor blade covered signs advocated for John Fetterman, Josh Shapiro, and Ashley Ehez, all Democrats. Police in Pennsylvania confiscated multiple pro-Democrat campaign signs that were placed without permission and covered in razor blades Monday. Now, before we get into this easily could have been done by Republicans. We don't know. So before we jump on this, now look, I am no fan of liberals. I do not like Fetterman. I think he's a piece of shit. Does this sound like something liberals would do? Abso-fucking-lutely. But it's also something that people would want to sabotage, something like that, or create animosity towards a political group would also do this. So let's not pull that out of the realm of reasoning. I think that's fair.
I would say that's like a 3% chance.
Dude, I feel like there's going to be some
Unless
bad
there's
actors.
been some history of this happening, like Republicans or anybody doing this to Democrats, then I just don't have anything to... I have no metric to measure it by.
True.
So,
fair enough.
Like, is it a possibility?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, it's a possibility. But
well, that's why I'm not betting hardcore on either way. It's like, look, we do have to take this into account. Like, it is possible that somebody is doing this as a bad actor to try and stir up more drama towards the opposing political side. So, I mean, I think what resonates most, though, is the fact that this is entirely believable from the left. This is believable. Yeah. These are the same people that have smashed graveyards for veterans, that have basically graffitied war memorials. These are the same people. The same people that throw oil on a Van Gogh. The milk thing that you showed me, there's these women, again, as you see, unattractive, unfuckable,
yeah, they're not
dumping
women.
out milk.
Those aren't women.
Were they trans?
No, they're not trans either, but...
Ulta Beauty.
They're females.
Bro, I forgot. I don't know if did we talk about this Ulta Beauty yesterday on the show?
No, we didn't.
Ulta Beauty. If you've not checked out their Instagram, now I know, like most of you dudes out there, we're heterosexual, we like vagina, and we don't wear makeup because we don't suck cock. So there's that. But apparently there's a beauty brand called Ulta Beauty. Never heard of it. Don't fucking care. The only fact I know what a Sephora is women I've dated love Sephora. But this Ulta Beauty brand is sponsoring this trans fruitcake. And this dude is sitting there, like, here's the thing. He's not even acting like a woman. You are acting like a gay man, which is very flamboyant.
Which one?
And very effeminate.
The guy with the mustache and the beard?
No, the other one.
The other, okay, so.
The little whacked up, skinny little, you look at these people and say, what is wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But he's sitting there doing an interview with another trans woman that's a man pretending to be a woman. And he's got a beard, but long hair, makeup. It looks...
And a beard.
And a beard. It's like, these people, like, this is the society that we live in. Like, no wonder the world is laughing at us. Because if this shit was in Russia, they'd put him in a fucking prison and say, fix yourself. And so anyway... This same whack job says, I can't wait to be a mother. And who says I can't? I totally can. And Ulta is sponsoring this dude. Yeah. And they post it. And they get ratioed fucking hard. And what's the next thing they post? There's no hate here. Hate doesn't like have a home here. And they pin it. And in the comments, they get fucking taken to task. And the thing that I love is people are finally starting to wake up, even on the left, and realize the trans movement, the trans women, it's just nothing but misogyny at this point. You are trying to replace actual women with men pretending to be women. You are not a woman. You will never be a woman. You don't have the chromosomes. You don't even have a fucking uterus. You don't even have a fucking real vagina. That's the truth. Can a dog become a cat? No. Can a cat become a dog? No. Your genetics specifies what the fuck you are. You can spit shine a turd, but it's still a fucking turd. You can put lipstick on a pig, it's still a fucking pig. And to be honest with you, that's what by and large most of these liberal women look like, are pigs with fucking makeup. It's disgusting. Lose some weight, you fat fucks. Seriously, every single woman that responded to my comment on Facebook, I was like, this is just a social experiment. Let me try it out. And I click on their profile, fat, ugly. Fat, ugly, fat, ugly. Every single fucking time. You miserable crustaceans need a life and a treadmill and a gym membership. It's ridiculous. And you just need some dick. Even the lesbians, you need some dick in your life. You got to get some dick thrown in you, because I'm telling you that will unfuck you. No pun intended. It will unfuck you and make you a happy person. But you people are so miserable. You just need some good sex is all it is, but nobody wants to fuck you because you look like a barn animal. Oh, that felt good.
They got ratioed by women. It wasn't men in the comments.
Women are in there going after him, and justifiably so, because they're saying it's you cannot sit there and tell me that man is a woman, because now you are replacing women with men. Genetically, that is a man. And it's very funny that the Biden administration even says you have to sign up for selective services according to what you were on your birth certificate. Yet transgenders can serve in the military, so that doesn't make sense to me. You literally have trans men or trans women serving with women in the military and using their showers and shit like that. But if you sign up for selective services, you got to sign up according to what's on your birth certificate. There's no consistency in that, because if you're going to sit there and say you are what you claim to be, then I guess the birth certificate doesn't matter. And you literally have these people that will go on these shows and say, well, doctors have been getting it wrong for years. They're just confused. They don't know what the sex of the child is. I'm literally looking at a dick. That's a boy. I'm literally looking at a vagina. Yeah. That's a girl. This is not fucking rocket science, but this is what liberals, this is what they do. They are so confused. And all we've done, the reason that we have this problem is we gave a voice to the retards of our society. The low class, the low life, the low intelligence, the social outcasts, the very awkward, the losers. This is what we've done, and primarily those that never got attention. I would be willing to bet that a large portion, by and large, of these trans people and things like that have a history of some type of abuse or lack of care and love. Yeah. Could easily see that. Yeah. I mean, they probably say the same thing about me, and it's true, but whatever. I'm just an asshole.
I'd be interested in knowing those type of statistics.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What level of abuse did they, if any?
Yeah.
I mean, got to be something to it. I mean,
the Upper Makefield Police Department first received a report from a homeowner who found the signs in their yard. Police say the person sliced their finger when attempting to remove the signs. 3 signs advocated for Democrats John Fetterman running for U.S. Senate. Over the past election cycles, we have dealt with theft of signs, vandalism of signs, neighbor disputes, but this is the first time we have dealt with this situation. What happened here is totally unacceptable and disgusting, and a disgusting act for which a resident ended up slicing their fingers, policemen wrote in a statement. Campaign signs were placed without permission on a subject's property. When the resident went to remove the Shapiro signs from the property, they were cut by the razor blades placed around the perimeter of the sign. Obviously, this was designed to inflict punishment on anyone who attempted to remove the sign, they added. This is where we're at. Now, I remember when the Trump signs, people were pulling those up left and right. I remember watching this one video where somebody had it electrocuted. Yeah. They ran a wire to anybody that touched to get the shit shocked at them. Like,
pins in it.
Fuck yeah. Let them have it.
If it's in your yard,
fuck yeah, it's my property.
You can do whatever you want. But if you're if you're putting it up on places where it's not supposed to be, then that sounds like sounds like you broke a law.
It would be so great to see somebody try and rip one of those signs out of somebody's yard and then getting them shot, watching them get shot. It's like, what did you learn? Because I mean, realistically, it doesn't matter what the item is. The fact is, you tried stealing it. Watching them get shot would be fucking hilarious. I'm an asshole. I'll admit it. I don't care. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like I'm some kind of good person. I'm not. I don't like these people. I instead, honestly, my disdain for them only continuously grows. And I'm not talking about like Democrats by and large. I'm talking about the extremists, the stupid people.
They don't make it easy.
Mainly the Gen Z people. Like y'all make it, they make it very difficult to even like them.
They do.
I'm not talking about Democrats by and large because I do have a lot of Democrat friends. I do. When I say this, I'm talking about the extremists. I'm talking about those that will utilize violence, these violent people, to achieve their methods. Antifa, things such as that.
How many Democratic friends would you say you had? A plethora?
A plethora. No, I've got a few. I've got one or two that I actually go to, and I always get their perspective. But I mean, it's not something that I would say is very common because these are people that are like, they're like almost antiquated liberals, like the old school liberal style. But I would say they're more moderate. They're definitely more moderate than I'd say Gen Z progressive, if you will.
Because I don't know how people get along. I don't know how you get along with somebody anymore. Like a couple people that I knew who were Democrats.
Yeah.
Like 2020, that was it. Like They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle a conversation about stuff. And
oh yeah.
I mean, it's just...
They never do, honestly.
I mean, seriously. Like, I always respected their opinion and all that stuff. And if they want to think one way, that's fine. I'm not going to judge anybody for how they think the country should be run if they honestly think that's how it should be run. But at the same time, you got to respect my opinions about what I think and how I think the country should be run as well. I mean, and the majority always wins. Yeah. So, but if you think the election has been stolen...
We'll see.
Like,
We were talking about the Brian Kemp Stacey Abrams debate and how she apparently got slaughtered, and she talked about how she never said that the election was stolen, and then I think it's RNC Research or a Twitter page like that literally ran a series of videos of her where she literally says that. Yeah, literally says the election was stolen. The election was stolen from the people of Georgia. Yada yada yada, and she sits there and bold-faced lies. She bold-faced lies, and he calls her on it. And he, Brian Kemp actually brought up a really good point. He said she has zero support of any sheriff in Georgia. I have over 100. She has none. Yeah, and I was like, that tells you something. Because people are tired of your black grift. They're tired of this whole Black Lives Matter bullshit. Like, y'all lied. You fucking lied. And you supported it. You put money into it. So you're a liar as well. Yep. That's all there is to it. White people are getting fed up. I'm warning these black racists. I'm warning you right now. I don't
think it's just like white people. I think it's just people in general. I mean, because you have a lot of black people who are starting to run for office, like Herschel Walker. Yeah. I mean, it's...
Here's the thing. You're going to need white support. So the more that you want to demonize white people, because eventually you black liberals, you keep going after white people in the capacity that you are, eventually white liberals are going to start waking up realizing it won't be long before y'all come after me because I'm white too. Black racists have no place in America, just like white racists don't. Now, granted, you are free to say whatever the fuck you want, but let's at least call them by what they actually are. Racists. Fucking racists. Biden ridiculed for spelling out DOT. And website URL. He literally will read any words. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
This guy's such a dummy.
Biden previously announced student loan handouts of up to $10,000 for people earning under $125,000 a year. President Biden faced backlash for yet another embarrassing gaffe on Monday while trying to share a website to stop fraud in his student debt handout plan. Biden announced the launch of an online application portal for those earning less than $125,000 per year to receive up to $10,000 in handouts. Regarding criticisms of the plan, Biden also promoted the Federal Trade Commission's website for reporting fraud. However, Biden stumbled along promoting the FTC's website, spelling out the word DOT while giving the URL. He says, if you get any questionable calls, please tell us by going to report fraud, dotftc.gov. Biden said for the website, reportfraud.ftc.gov. This guy is such a fucking idiot.
He's so stupid.
The gaffe was mocked by social media users as the latest example of Biden having trouble speaking in public.
Or just speaking.
Yeah. I still remember that debate I had with Bastiat over on Twitch. And he said, you're not a doctor. You don't know if he's got dementia. Like, Bastiat, I would really love to see your opinion now. And I got along with Bastiat. We had great debates, but it was like, dude, you're a bad faith actor right now, and you know that. You know that. Yeah. Biden is clearly showing, if you look at the earlier clips of Biden, clear speech, sound mind, and then you look at him now, it's like, no, there is a clear breakdown. There is a clear mental breakdown here.
Oh, yeah.
This guy he's so far off the reservation.
I think he's still the same racist old man.
I think I'm making a prediction now, folks. You're going to see less of Biden in the press, even less than you see now, because he's going to come out saying that kind of shit. He already come out with that whole...
He's been saying it his entire career.
Yeah. But, I mean, at this point, they're not going to be able to stop it, though. He's literally going to drop the N-word or some shit like that. I guarantee. It's going to happen. I mean, when he talks to that one fucking mayor, it's like, nobody fucks with Biden.
Just him
Russia
sniffing
does.
that little girl. Do that.
Yeah.
That Russell Brand podcast I was listening to this morning when he's talking about I never want someone to approach me and give me news by leaning over my shoulder and whispering it into my ear.
You can't get married until you're 30. Get your hands off me, you old fuck.
Yeah. Why would you even bring that up?
Because he's a fucking weirdo.
Pervert. So inappropriate.
Yeah,
what
is.
parent think who thinks it's okay?
Bro, you know as good as I do.
At an ice cream shop. And he's sniffing a kid again.
We've got a strong economy. What's in that dude's ice cream?
I know.
Good Lord.
He's crazy.
He is nuts.
Just old pervert.
Well, the Flash star, y'all remember Ezra Miller? This fucking wackadoo? Well, apparently he's facing up to 26 years in prison. He pleads not guilty to burglary counts. This is a guy that was literally accused of grooming, attacking a female fan. This kid is just a fucking whack job. This dude is nuts. Embattled actor, the Flash star Ezra Miller, pleaded not guilty to 2 criminal counts of burglary on Monday morning. He faces up to 26 years in prison and $2,000 in fines if convicted. Miller, who was charged with 1 felony count of burglary into an occupied dwelling and 1 minor charge of petite larceny, appeared virtually in a Vermont court where he pleaded not guilty to an incident from May 1st, according to a report by Manchester Journal. Surveillance video footage from the May 1st incident reportedly shows the actor entering a neighbor's home where he stole bottles of liquor. The actor can also be seen walking off the porch of the home with 3 bottles and handing them off to an unknown individual in a car. This dude is you look at him, it's like, these people are just weird. I wish we could return back to the old days to where men had to hunt and fight and women cooked and shit, and that way we could get rid of these fucking weak people, like purge weak blood from our society. We'd be a lot better off. We'd be a lot better off.
He's like the new Shia LaBeouf.
He'd be the village idiot. Like, here, Ezra, eat this to see if it's poison. Oh, it's poisonous. Okay, well, we didn't really lose much. He didn't hunt anyway, so nobody wanted to fuck him, so
it's strange.
He's the village idiot.
Like, these kids, they start off in acting and Hollywood and all this stuff, and then...
Dude,
something happens.
Yeah,
like as soon as they become adults, they snap, and all of a sudden
was
they're
he
fucking
was he a child
weirdos.
Actor?
He's pretty young, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
at
he
least
wasn't a
teenager.
Kid. Was he?
Yeah.
For the Flash?
Not for the. I don't know.
I don't know who this guy is outside of the Flash. I've never seen any of his stuff.
I mean, he's
Have
done
you?
some. I saw him in just some. I don't even know what it was. Low budget film. I think it was like HBO or something like that.
Okay. I thought maybe he got
just
discovered in
recognized
this,
his
and that all went to his head. Like he just fucking got that little bit of fame and money, and now he just thinks that he's untouchable.
Probably.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure that's
not.
what most of them think. I mean,
Yeah.
once you get to that certain level, it's like, well, I can do
Alec
anything.
killed a gal.
Alec,
I mean,
and he's still making the movie.
he's still making the movie.
Same
Just-
gun.
Yeah.
Same gun.
Oh, it's not funny, but it's so funny. It's it just justice.
He pulled that gun out and just.
Where's all the
back,
feminists?
buddy.
Where's all the feminists on this? Alec Baldwin, through his ignorance, killed a woman, and the feminists,
Still
literally,
making it.
there was more stink over Brett Kavanaugh being appointed POTUS. She's a SCOTUS to the SCOTUS. And Alyssa Milano and the rest of these fucking dirtbags come out there. By and large, hashtag believe all the women's, believe all the survivors. Alec literally kills a woman. And you don't say a fucking peep.
I know.
We're going to do that movement, hashtag duck.
I had to have that disclaimer at the very end. No animals were harmed in this film.
Oh my God, but humans were.
Yeah, Alec did kill a guy, though.
We have a vegan.
Shot a guy and killed a lady.
We got an all vegan cast, but we do have a woman killer, so. Oh, good
Real
Lord.
lady killer.
You got to love that. It's just ridiculous. The Justice League actor's Monday morning plea is just the latest development in his seemingly never-ending series of legal and personal issues, which include allegations of grooming a teenager since she was 12 years old, as well as acting inappropriately toward a separate child and intimidating a family by brandishing a firearm during an argument. This kid sounds like he needs to get his ass beat. Take the pistol out of his hand and whip him with it. That'll learn him.
Good old-fashioned whipping.
Good old-fashioned pistol. You look at stories like this, you look at articles like this, and the thing is, they're talking about a Flash too, and they're saying who's going to be in it. It's like, if this motherfucker's in it, bro, DC, you just sealed your fate. You should fucking know better. You need to replace this kid. Don't let him back.
What'd you think of him in the Marvel, or not the DC movie?
It wasn't any good.
You didn't think it was any good?
Sorry. Batman versus Superman was not very good. Man of Steel could have been way better.
Was he in all those movies?
Mm-hmm. Oh, The Flash? No. I'm just talking about in general DC as far as Justice League and things like that.
Yeah, the Justice League, the last one that they did.
Zack Snyder was great for I think it was 300 he directed, but his dark theme I think needs to end. Like as far as the DC comics,
Too dark.
It's too dark. Like Batman, I can see you getting away with that. Superman, no. Superman needs to be different. Justice League needs to be different. You've got to embrace the various different characters and the ambiance they bring to the table. But when Zack Snyder does it, it's always dark. It's always moody and brooding. Yada yada. Superman was never like that in the comic books. He was torn a little bit inside, but he was always positive. He was very happy. He was always like, he was Mr. Good Guy. But of course, you know, they got to change some things to make it more relevant. But I just thought it wasn't very good. And the fact that they really put the nail in the coffin and what was it? Superman versus Batman at the end where they had to CGI Henry Cavill's mustache off because he was shooting Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. And they literally had to CGI off the mustache and it looked so fucking horrible. It was bad. The millions they put into that movie, it was like they spent $20 on somebody to CGI that bullshit out.
Why would they do a fake mustache? Wouldn't it be easier to do a fake mustache than to CGI off a mustache?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Like in my mind,
like
the
types of hair that they put on people.
Yeah.
You'd think that would be the easier route to be like, you know what, let's just put a fake.
Bro, I have no idea. I don't know. Your guess is
I'm waiting for a homosexual kiss to happen between Batman and Superman.
God, I wouldn't put it past them. I really would not. I would not put that past them.
I know.
Tell me, do you even bleed?
Do you?
No, but I tongue when I kiss. It's super gay.
I know. Like, there's a lot of homosexual undertones. I thought in that movie. I was like, what's
Look
going
at
on
Superman's
here?
ass in those tights. I'm not wearing hockey pants. In fact, I'm not wearing any pants at all. Look at my bat dick.
Why isn't there anybody hitting on Wonder Woman? I mean, she's obviously hot.
Yeah.
You know?
I never saw Wonder Woman 1984 because the
God,
original Wonder
so
Woman
bad.
was good. I'll give it.
Yeah,
I'll give him
I
that.
thought it was good too.
But I saw nothing, including you, who said it was horrible.
So bad.
Really?
I just couldn't even get through 10 minutes of it. As soon as Kristen Wiig started making like corny jokes, I'm like, oh, God, that's awful. I mean, because it's it was like 360-degree turn from the first one.
They try and make it. Women, by and large, in these things, when it's like female empowerment, it's not funny and it's not interesting.
No.
It's not interesting.
No.
I'm sorry. You just cannot believe. And that's why the new, what was it, Lord of the Rings that's just premiered? I watched the first part. It's not bad.
No.
But it's certainly, you definitely see the undertones of feminist and women empowerment when you have Galadriel that is the only one that can take down the troll.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's like 20 dudes, but only she can do it. And I'm like,
I couldn't get into it.
Here we go. Here we go with this shit. I'm like, okay.
And I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings.
Huge,
but like,
huge
stop
nerd.
fucking gaying it up like this. Come on, man. Stop it. Make it. Can you just make it entertaining? If we just that's why again, Top Gun did phenomenally well. It was entertaining. There was no bullshit. I mean, it was cheesy as fuck. I'll give you that. And I'm sorry. They definitely overpromised on that one. I'm sorry. The hype was not. It did not equate to what it was actually about, or it didn't match. It was good. It was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. Was it the greatest? No, I don't think so.
No.
Come on, Maverick, I believe in you. What the fuck? This is some 1980s corny shit. Like, it's like some Last Action Hero from Arnold Schwarzenegger is what it was like. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll probably wait till, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever see it, to be honest with you.
Elnaz Rakabi, who competed without hijab, hauled back to Islamic Republic for arrest in report. Who she competed in South Korea without the hijab, reportedly had her phone passport confiscated. A female Iranian climber who competed in South Korean championship without a hijab has reportedly gone missing and is expected to be placed under arrest upon her return to the Islamic Republic. Elnaz Rakabi, who went viral from competing without the Islamic headscarf at the International Federation of Sport Climbing's Asian Championships in Seoul on Sunday, has not been heard from. Her friends told the BBC's Persian service, which has extensive contacts within Iran despite being banned from operating there, that they had been unable to contact Rakabi. The outlet quoted an unnamed informed source who said Iranian officials seized both Rakabi's phone and passport. You're never going to hear from her again. All right, liberals, where are you at? You love going after Christians. You love going after whites. Why are you not talking about these Middle Eastern fucking oppressors?
It's none of our business.
Where are you at, you feminists? Where you at, you fat cunts? Where you at? Where's the outrage? Because again, by and large, this is why Iranian protests and the revolution have not been covered by MSM, because that requires leftists to now take the stance of the position of saying Islam is oppressive. This is not a religion that should be tolerated as far as what they're doing over there. They won't say a fucking word because they sucked the dicks of every single person out there that fucking promoted like, oh, you just don't like Islam because you're Islamophobic. Last I checked, folks, it ain't Christians that are stoning homosexuals. It ain't Christians that are killing women in the streets for wanting to not have to wear a hijab. That ain't Christians. It's too easy to go after us because we turn the other cheek. But this Christian white cracker honky boy right here is sick and tired of your bullshit. And I'm going to call you out. Fucking say stuff about Islam. And if you don't, shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, if you listen to this, any influencer out there that comes after Christians or whites, ask them, why aren't you saying shit? Why aren't you saying a fucking word about the Middle Eastern people? Why aren't you saying anything about Islam? You're not saying a fucking word because you're a bunch of hypocrites. You're not about equality. You're not about equality because, folks, I mean, listen, if they were really about equality, Iranian protests would be on the tip of every fucking tongue. Every feminist, every fat, ugly, unshaven, blue-haired, no bra-wearing feminist would be screaming about this. But why aren't they, folks? You know why. You know exactly why. Let's not even beat around the bush on this one. They're not going to say a word because, again, it puts them in the position of having to condemn Islam, and they will not do it. Instead, what they would rather do is just remain quiet while Iranian women and men that are over there fighting side by side with them are being slaughtered in the streets. They're disappearing at the hands of a fascist government, a theocratic government, might I add. And you don't say a fucking word.
Nothing.
That's why nobody takes you seriously. Dude, I'm so glad I'm not in charge. Because I'm telling you right now, I would be the worst fucking dictator in this country. I would round up all these if you post anything about protesting for women's rights, I'd be rounding you up, putting you on an airplane, and sending you over to Iran. It's like, all right, let's see what you got. Go stand up. Because here's the thing. It's too easy for you supposed equal feminists out there to say that you're equal to men when it's a system put into place by men for women that makes you equal. In reality, go to Iran and go stand up to those Iranian men and see what happens. They will beat the brakes off of you.
Do you remember those, I think it was like 2 females that went over there camping through Afghanistan or something like that, and they ended up getting raped and their heads cut off?
It's almost like that's their culture over there. Kind of weird.
They wanted to prove that it was safe.
Play stupid games. Hello. Done. Finito.
I wonder what their parents are.
I don't see
what
Christians.
they thought when they came up with this plan to go over there to try to prove to the world
that the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree, so I'm pretty sure their parents were just as loopy as these fucking retards were. Oh, that's a great idea. Prove the world wrong. Show that Islam is tolerant. Okay, sure it is.
Do it, River.
You and Xavier have a blessed trip and may many happy, good. Oh, shut the fuck up. Probably stuff crystals up their ass and shit like that too, and like, you know, Mercury's in the Gatorade or whatever they call it.
Some of these names that they're coming up with now are just
it's
a little bit ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I was in a movie theater and these weird couple had all these kids with them. Names like River, Heart, Spirit.
Yep.
I'm like, okay,
you see that,
we just coming up with animal names or it's like what you would name pets.
It's like the hippies from Woodstock.
Come on, treasure.
Offspring, and this is the retards they had. From the fruit of our loins, spring forth the retards of our society. Hey, River. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I am seeing a return to traditionalism, though. I see a lot of it on social media. There are more and more people of the younger generation and middle generation that are coming out and saying, no, traditionalism works.
Yeah.
It's worked many times. Granted, is it perfect? No, but there's nothing out there that is perfect.
Right.
But this is 10 times better than the shit we see now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Well, talking about black racism and black privilege in America, this is what I was going for. Pentagon Equity Chief praises book calling 9/11 first responders menaces as she pushes for revolution. I posted about this on Instagram today. DOD EA Director Tom Brady said, Kellysa Wing is exactly the right person to lead our efforts to support meaningful change. Yeah, I'm sure she's probably another EO hire is what this is. A self-described woke Pentagon equity chief who is currently under probe over an anti-white tweet uncovered by Fox News Digital recommended a social justice books for classroom, which called 9/11 first responders menaces. How fucking dare you?
God.
How fucking dare you? First responders that died trying to rescue people from those fucking burning towers that literally went in the midst of this and sacrificed their lives. And you have the audacity to call them menaces? You and your racist black ass should be fucking deported back to Africa just to see how good you've got it here. You fucking cunt. If this was a white woman, she would have been crucified and canceled. But because she's black and because she's a woman, she is fucking untouchable. And the only reason she's got that position is because of her fucking race. That's the only reason. That's black privilege. Her race afforded her a certain position that other people would normally not get. That's racism. That's black privilege. Equal opportunity is racist now. It's gone way too far. And explain to me why black people have to have an equal representation in our society in the workforce when they don't make up an equal number. You're 13 to 14%. You got to remember that. So when you're sitting there saying, well, why don't we have more black, this, that, and the other? And why is it that the black community is the only one that bitches as much as they do? We don't see it from the Asians. We don't see it from anybody. It's black people by and large. So why is it that black people are so unsuccessful in their opinion because of white supremacy, yet these other minorities, you don't see a fucking peep out of them. They're just thriving and succeeding. Maybe it's because you've got a culture of violence. Maybe you got a culture of racism. We can't have that conversation, can we?
I think it's by and large the Democratic people who use some of these black people to do this stuff.
You look at Stacey Abrams.
Right.
You take her, for example. Someone like Stacey Abrams is more of an enemy to black people than white supremacy is. Mm-hmm. What she does is she stupefies black people and she lies to black people and she utilizes her skin color to get their votes. Say, hey, I'm just like you. Mm-hmm. I'm the same. I have the same experiences. Folks, she is a millionaire. She's rich as fuck. Mm-hmm. She is not like you. She is going to lie to you to secure your vote. She's going to tell every black liberal exactly what they want to hear. They're going to confirm the biases. They're going to confirm the lies. Why? Because they want to posture themselves as if they are the anti-white supremacist and the savior of black people. And yet what you don't realize is these same people are fucking race traitors in your own definition. If a black man turns conservative from the DNC, you call him an Uncle Tom, which, by the way, he was the hero in the series. So you got that one fucking wrong. Mm-hmm. And then secondly, you call them a race traitor. But what about those that utilize their own skin color to lie to their own people, to keep them on the mental plantation, to keep them fucking poor, and to keep them voting fucking Democrat? You still don't get it. And eventually, white people like me are getting fed the fuck up with this bullshit and calling it for what it is. Folks, do not be afraid to speak out on black racism. By and large, I feel like there is so much more black racism in this country than there is white. Oh, I'll fucking say it. Case in point, this cunt that said this bullshit, she's under investigation. If that was a white woman, she'd have been fucking done. Done. You know she would have. Mm-hmm. Let's not even pretend like she wouldn't. She'd be getting death threats. She'd probably have the DOJ called on her. She'd probably get investigated by the FBI. You know this is true. And if you're black, I'm not attacking you because you're black. But I am attacking the fact that this needs to be called out. This is racism. Now, don't sugarcoat this and say this, well, it's reverse racism. No, there is no such thing as reverse racism. Racism is racism is racism. Kelsey Wing is a diversity, equity, and inclusion chief at the Pentagon's education wing. When you see someone like this that utilizes their skin color in such a manner, do you really think they're for equity or do you think they're for privilege and superiority? Let's be honest about this.
Yeah.
Pentagon's education wing, the Department of Defense Education Activity, DODEA. She is involved in the curriculum at DODEA, which services over 60,000 military-connected children at 160 schools around the globe, according to a press release announcing her position in December of 2021. Fox News Digital found that on two occasions, DODEA's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Chief promoted the anti-police book Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates while representing herself as an employee of the Pentagon's education wing. And then you will sit there and you will have these Democrats say that the fund of the police movement was a Republican thing. That is not true. This right here, once again, is only another point shown to prove them fucking wrong.
Yeah, that and the fact that de Blasio painted defund the police in big yellow letters on the street.
That wasn't Republicans that were doing that. That was not Republicans. And then you have this picture of Kelsey Wing next to Lloyd Austin, who I've said many times is a black supremacist. Remember Lloyd Austin, Secretary of Defense, former Raytheon board member of the military-industrial complex. This guy literally comes out there, in his first few days in office, has a 60-day stand down to root out quote unquote extremism within the ranks. What they were going for were white Republican voters, 3%ers, people that had the "don't tread on me" flag. And tell me they're not trying to purge the military of all Republicans. Hey, you want to send the Democrats to die? Feel free. If you want to send them to Russia and the liberals, I don't give a fuck. Let them die. I don't care.
Peace.
Go fight for the Bidens. I don't give a shit. Well, there you go. Coates wrote in Between the World and Me about 9/11 responders, they were not human to me. Black, white, or whatever, they were menaces of nature. They were the fire, the comet, the storm, which could, with no justification, shatter my body. These are brave, by and large, majority of which were men of all races and religions, and women, by the way, them too, that ran in to these collapsing buildings, sacrificing their lives, the dust and shit they inhaled that caused cancer later in their lives and that killed many of them, the PTSD they got from this, and you have the audacity to sit there in your sanctimonious filth and label them in such a manner. This is the condition of our society. This is what happens when you have spoiled, rich, entitled racists. By and which, I'm telling you, there are a lot of racists within the black community. In fact, far more so than I've seen in white people. Oh, yes, it's real. It's real, folks. Welcome to John Burke Uncensored. Roll credits. The Pentagon was one of the targets of the radical Islamic terrorists on September 11th. 125 people in the Pentagon and 59 people aboard the American Airlines Flight 77 were killed. According to the Department of Defense historian, in the first terrifying minutes after the plane crashed into the building, the swift actions of survivors and rescuers, helped save the lives of many who would otherwise have perished. In 2018, when Wing was a teacher, she advocated for Between the World and Me to be used in classrooms in an article published to Digital Promise, an Obama-era organization created by Congress which helps teachers monitor stereotype threats of students. You stereotype white people, you stereotype Christians, you stereotype everybody out there, but when you stereotype a black person, oh my God, you would think that you're bringing back slavery. You would sit there and listen to their shrieks and moans, especially from white liberals. Oh my God, you just want to see black people in chains again, don't you? What? Fucking what? I just want the same equality that you pretend to stand for. I want the same fucking treatment. If somebody says something like inherently very racist, why don't you hold them accountable? And that's why nobody respects the DNC. Nobody. Your classroom materials should be a mirror for your students in which they can see themselves represented, the article said. And you wonder why black kids grow up to hate the cops, why black kids grow up to hate white people, because black pieces of shit like this woman raise children to think in such a manner. The same in white racism. It's pure and simple ignorance. It is ignorance breeding ignorance and teaching more ignorance, aka racism. But until you start condemning these black racists, all they're doing is creating more white racism, which in turn creates more black racism. Do you see at the root of this, it's just plain ignorance and bad faith actors coming out there trying to pretend like they actually give a fuck about equality? No, you are for black supremacy. Let's call it what it is. Folks, stop being afraid. Don't be afraid of these black racists. Don't be afraid of these fucking self-hating white liberal apologists. Fuck them. All right, that's all I'm going to spend on this one. This woman's a piece of shit.
Did you see the Philadelphia police attacked by ATV and dirt bike riders?
No.
They hurled bricks at them, bottles. Not good.
Start shooting these motherfuckers.
Not good.
Start shooting them.
I mean,
they're going to learn.
You think if you were in a car, and then you would just maybe like, I don't know.
Hit them with a bike? Hit them with a bike? Yeah, I would. I mean, here's the deal.
They're throwing bricks at you?
They're throwing bricks. In the ROE in Iraq, if they threw something of that size, you could shoot them.
Yeah.
That's literally them trying to kill you. Fucking shoot them. I don't give a fuck if they're black, white, Hispanic. It don't matter. Shoot them. Let them die there in a pool of their own blood and make them realize and showcase to other people. This is what happens when you play stupid fucking games.
Yeah, that's
You better be careful, liberals. These provocateurs are gonna get you killed. They're going to get you killed. You're gonna fuck with the wrong white boy one of these days. He's gonna pull a gun. He's gonna blast a hole in you, and he's gonna get off for it because that's self-defense. Well, maybe not in this fucking fucked up judicial system that clearly favors minorities. Everything is black hate. My God, I can
But
tell you.
These cities need to get this under control,
Bro.
because there isn't going to be anybody who wants to join the police force
Businesses
because
are
they're
gonna
not
go
getting
under.
any support from the city.
Businesses are going to go under.
Right.
They're going to start pulling out. They already are. They're saying, dude, cops can't fucking protect our inventory. It keeps getting stolen.
Right.
Our insurance premiums are going to go through the fucking roof because we keep getting robbed. You know what? We're shutting down. We're getting out of here.
Can't afford it.
We're done.
That's why businesses are leaving California.
Yeah. And then they sit there and they have the
Hundreds of
audacity to wonder, like, well, what's the causation? Maybe it's because you're the fucking problem. Your communities are shitholes. Your culture is garbage. And you fucking wonder why businesses don't want to come in there. And you see all these smash and grabs over in these fucking blue cities. Mm-hmm. As a business owner, I'm appalled. I'm fucking appalled. Because in these same blue cities, if guns were legal, the moment one of those motherfuckers does a smash and grab, you shoot that son of a bitch.
I know.
That's too much. Because then you have these same fucking liberal fruitcakes out there. Oh, is it really worth their life? Hey, you should have fucking known better. You come after my people. That's what I'm telling people. I had this one little douchebag in the comments. I talked about, like, if somebody broke into my house to steal my PS4 or whatever, you're dying. It's like, oh, so you're saying that somebody's life is, worth less than a PS5? Yes, absolutely. Because you created that worth. You created that value. You came into my property to steal what I paid for, what I worked for. The fact that you want to equate the two, that's on you. But as soon as you step foot through that door illegally, you made your life worth what it was, which is, in your opinion, nothing, because I'm going to shoot you over it. Yes, I would shoot you for trying to steal a fork. 100%. Because here's the deal that liberals don't seem to understand until it's actually happening to you, and then suddenly you change your mind. When that person is trying to break in and you're on the opposing side, you don't know what they're there for.
Right.
They could be there to murder you. They could be there to rape you. They could be there to rape your daughter, your wife. They could be there to fucking kill your dog if you're John Wick. You just don't know. But here's the deal. I'm not going to sit there and reason with them. That's why these people is like, we're going to dox you. Bro, you feel free to try and break into my house. Because I'm telling you, I've got guns set up all over my house that if you're coming through that front back door or window, I got a hollow point 45 ready for you. And I'll be sitting there laughing while you do it. It's like, he's trying to come. This dumb motherfucker. All right, let's do this.
This is how you do it, Alec.
This is how you do it, Alec. Intentional.
Yeah.
And our society is a polite society.
So, yeah, I agree. Someone's coming through my front door, uninvited.
You're getting drug out.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not leaving alive.
Nope.
You're not walking out. That's
Fuck
for sure.
No. That's how it should be. And that's why I really praise Governor DeSantis to talk about looters. Like, we're a 2A state. You roll the dice. Because, I mean, if I was governor, it's like, hey, you have my authorization. If you see looters, you are authorized to shoot to kill. Let society regulate itself. Don't you dare go out there trying to loot a Foot Locker or some shit like that. Oh, I remember Rita. I remember Katrina. Nobody wants to talk about that bullshit. Oh, yeah. Like, after a hurricane, what are you doing with a fucking 22-inch big screen? What do you need that for? Weird.
I know.
Foot Locker, of all things. Really? Okay.
What was that lady's name? Celine Dion. Let them have the TVs. Like, bitch, you go buy them.
Yeah, why don't you go fucking buy it? Dumb cunt. Or like Seth Rogen. Nothing's more important. Let them have your car. Let them have what's in your car. They're homeless. Like, fuck you.
Give them your stuff.
Give them your stuff, you rich bigot.
I know.
What a fucking douche. France in shock. Algerian migrants charged for brutal rape and murder of 12-year-old girl in Paris.
Jesus, man.
2 Algerian migrants have been indicted for the rape, torture, and murder of a 12-year-old girl named Lola, who was discovered dead on Friday in the courtyard of the building where she lived. The body of the 12-year-old Lola Deviat was found at around 11:20 p.m. on Friday after her parents had reported her missing to the police in the afternoon when Lola had not returned from school to her home in the 19th arrondissement district of Paris. A passerby discovered Lola in an abandoned packaging case in the courtyard of the apartment complex where she lived, with the child showing a deep wound on her neck and her body marked with some sort of inscriptions. Le Parisien reports Afghans accused of murdering teen had years-old deportation orders. Weird. Multiculturalism is so great, isn't it, folks?
Jesus.
Investigators said Lola died of asphyxiation, but also believe she had been raped and tortured prior to her death. 2 men and 2 women, all Algerian nationals, and aged between 24 and 43, were later arrested over the weekend, with the 2 women said to be sisters. On Monday, 2 of the suspects were released from custody, while the remaining 2, a woman named Dahabi B and an unnamed 43-year-old man, were remained into pretrial detention and indicted for the murder of the child under 15, rape of a child, as well as charges of torture and barbarian barbarianism and concealment of a corpse, according to the Paris prosecutor's office. George's Brassens College, where Lola attended school, is now implementing a policy to make sure all students are not unaccompanied, with one parent commenting, "Dad, this morning, my daughter cried and didn't sleep all night. She knew Lola had gone to her house several times for birthdays. There is no trust in neighborhood in the neighborhood anymore. My wife and I will be there present every morning and every evening," the parent added. Now, you want to talk about a very, very controversial topic? Let's talk about Muslims in France. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Go over to France and see what's going on and why they're deporting people left and right. Because the violence went through the fucking roof. When the refugees started pouring in, and they're like, "Oh, let us open the bordels, it's to be fine," and then boom, what starts happening? Crime spikes. You've got undocumented people there. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they're from. And the next thing you know, you get shit like this happening left and right. And by it, this isn't just like a single event. There's a lot of this going on over there. MSM in America will not touch it. They don't go fucking near it. Outlets like Breitbart and the place, they will document this shit. Because it's showcasing the violent culture of Middle East. That's the truth. That's why when we talk about multiculturalism and bringing immigrants over and shit like that, you'd better adapt to our culture. And our culture is one where you don't get to fucking rape women and children. You don't get to do it. Sorry. I know Middle Eastern Muslims love doing that, especially little boys. I've seen it firsthand. You don't get to do that in America. Sorry. Stick to goats. Well, that's illegal over here too. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Goat love is illegal?
Yeah. UK, they're dealing with it too. But and that's what I love about it. Liberals will sit there and they will put on the mask and just ignore it. And they'll pretend like it doesn't happen. Like, "Oh no, multiculturalism does work. We should be tolerant of Islam, blah, blah, blah." And you look at it, like, what's going on in the UK? Literally Muslims, and again, I'm not demonizing all Muslims. Don't take it this way. I'm talking about the extremists in any religion, just like you have the Christians. Let me be clear on that. Let me be clear. I'm talking about the extremists. I have my ex-realtor was a fucking Muslim dude. I love him to death. And we even had conversations about this. It's like, I can respect the fact that Western Muslims progress to a certain extent and you don't have the same type of just outlandish extremist views as those in the Middle East. It's like, yeah, they give us all a bad fucking name. It's like, I get that. I can respect the fact that you're peaceful towards other people. I was like, but it's the extremists, the violent ones. It's like, they should not be tolerated. They are the Muslim extremists and they should be called according to exactly what they are. And we should acknowledge when you have, by and large, multiculturalism that stems, or people that are embracing of multiculturalism, when certain cultures do not sit there and conform or even associate or even come anywhere in line with what your culture exemplifies. For example, underage sex, rape, slavery, misogyny. Oh, yes, these cultures exist primarily in the Middle East. Also, many of which are in Asia. Uh-oh.
Not good things.
Can't talk about that. Suddenly, when you look at it from a global perspective, white Americans aren't really that bad.
You know what?
They kind of have a good thing going on.
You know what I mean?
My God, we fight and die for everybody.
Yeah.
500,000 to fight and free the blacks. Fucking over in Vietnam to stop the preventive fucking communism. Black people did too. Let's not even conflate that. Yeah, absolutely. But fuck me running. The majority of the population does the majority of the dying. Suddenly, white people aren't that bad. Weird.
Strange how that works.
It's just strange how that works. It is what it is. Speaking of race relations, J.D. Vance, like you talked about prior to this, J.D. Vance defends his biracial children against racist attacks from leftists. He says, we're sick of it. Folks, liberals are so fucking racist, they will sit there and call a white man married to somebody from a minority a fucking white supremacist. Explain to me how that works if somebody that feels like a white supremacist, being that you feel your race is supreme to everybody else, you're above everybody else, explain to me why a white supremacist would ever marry somebody of a minority race. Explain that to me, please. I don't get it. I don't understand that. Because if you generally feel like your race is superior and you're marrying, for example, like a Latino or whatever the case, or a minority, that kind of signifies that you're probably not. Just throwing that out there. I mean, is it possible? Of course it is. You can be, but those people are just really stupid. Republican J.D. Vance, running against Representative Tim Ryan, Democrat of Ohio, for Ohio's open United States seat Senate, slammed the Democrats, including his opponent, for causing attacks on his biracial children when they attempted to link him to the Great Replacement theory. Vance, during the Ohio Senate debate Monday night, said his biracial children ended up getting attacked online and in person by scumbags because Democrats like Ryan are so desperate for political power, they would accuse him of engaging in racism. This is disgusting, Vance said, interrupting Ryan. Here's exactly what happens when the media and the people like Tim Ryan accuse me of engaging in the Great Replacement theory. I'll tell you exactly what happens, Tim, Vance said, while Ryan claimed he was peddling it. What happens is my own children, my biracial children, get attacked by scumbags online and in person because you are so desperate for political power that you'll accuse me, the father of 3 beautiful biracial babies, of engaging in racism. Vance continued, we are sick of it. You can believe in a border without believing believing a racist. You can believe in the country without being a racist. And this just shows how desperate this guy is for political power, Vance added. I know you've been in office for 20 years, Tim, and I know it's a sweet gig, but you're so desperate not to have a real job that you'll slander me and slander my family. It's disgraceful. Fucking nail in the coffin. Well done to that man.
I know.
Well done to that man.
That's ended fucking, it with like,
and then walked off the stage and dropped the mic. I was like, I refuse to debate with a racist,
shit.
And then walked off. This is oh, bro, that'd be a fucking slam dunk. Slam dunk.
That guy is just like Tim Ryan is just the typical Democrat.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's how they all are.
100%. Yep.
They're all scumbags.
They all. It's ridiculous. Again, the fact that you can't even make this shit up anymore. This is how unbelievable Democrats are in this country. You know, back in the day, like, liberals were hated because of just various smaller things, but the DNC, by and large, is on fire. They are so desperate right now. And when I said, like I said, when I said we needed 4 years of Biden, fuck me, I didn't know it'd get this bad. I did not know it would get this bad.
Bought some stock and lube.
Whew. Bro. This is, jeez.
I mean, this he shouted that the economy was stronger than ever from behind an ice cream cone. Yeah. We're doing great.
We're doing great, folks. Bro, you can't make this shit up.
We're winning. Who's sick of winning? Let me sniff that kid. Get over here.
Peter Strzok. You remember Peter Strzok, the FBI liar, the person that was anti-Trump, him and Lisa Page that
big
tried
bag
to
of dog shit.
Piece of shit traitor to the Constitution. Former FBI agent Peter Strzok said Monday on MSNBC's Deadline that he believed the riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 was a far greater threat to American democracy than the 9/11 terror attack. Well, that's because you're retarded, and it's too bad you weren't involved in that attack, and they killed you because pieces of shit like you deserve it. You deserve it. January 6th was a greater threat to democracy than 9/11. 9/11, where they killed over 3,000 innocent bystanders that had nothing to do with it. That 9/11, how many people died on January 6th? Like, what, 3? You fucking kidding me? And this is why nobody respects Democrats.
Yeah.
This is exactly why. You say some of the stupidest shit, by and large, because anything you can say to stir up and energize people to support your stupid fucking narrative, you're going to say it. You're going to say it.
Yeah, him and his lover, Lisa Page, have to be like a couple
Fuck
of the
both of
dumbest human beings.
Stupid motherfuckers. It's a greater threat than 9/11. Too bad you didn't get hit in 9/11. You deserve it. Piece of shit.
I wonder if they have video of that guy doing some
I bet
illegal activities.
That guy's he's just such a piece of shit. Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, again, 2 traitors that should go on the books and the records for American history of being sellouts and also shining a light on the FBI. Because once that broke, I was like, wait a minute. We thought FBI agents were all fucking Boy Scout. Nuh-uh. Nope. And I'm sorry. Look, you don't get to use the excuse I'm just following orders. No, you don't get to use that. When the DOJ weaponizes the FBI for a political hit and you participate, you're guilty. Mm-hmm. You are fucking guilty.
When you say stuff like insurance policy, and they're texting this to each other.
Yep.
That's how smart they are. Mm-hmm. They're texting each other all these things. Yep. All this incriminating stuff.
Oh, they know better. They fucking know better. And they do it anyway.
They do it anyway. They're like, we can do whatever we want.
Because they know they're going to get away with it. The judicial system is compromised.
And they did, basically, right?
Yeah. My God, they read the fucking texts.
Yeah.
They read the fucking text.
You think if an FBI agent got a hold of a criminal's phone and it said, don't worry, we have an insurance policy, that they wouldn't be like, well, there's our evidence right there. They just said they had an insurance policy.
Oh, my God.
Not these idiots.
No. Fuck no. This shit's ridiculous. But again, it just goes to show you that Democrats, by and large, cover up in the MSM. They cover up in the DOJ. Yeah. They cover up the judicial system. Bro, I'm telling you, if this continues as bad as it is, there is going to be a civil war. When people no longer have faith in the judicial system and the DOJ, you're going to start seeing people getting shot. Because what other alternatives do you have? You're utilizing the FBI to investigate parents at school board meetings that don't want their children being taught about gay fucking sex, and you're calling them domestic terrorists? And you wonder. You wonder why people don't like you. You wonder why they hate you. And justifiably so.
Yeah.
YouTube, I'm surprised I'm not banned yet. Here is the link.
We're trying.
Come join. Yeah, we're trying. I mean, I actually kind of am trying to get banned on that. But yeah, here's the link. Come join us on Rumble. You can get the notification. Apparently now Rumble is sending out notifications when we go live. That's awesome. That's awesome. These hands are rated E for everyone. So's my gun.
Did you see the article about the El Paso mayor too?
No. For what?
About the White House asking them then not to talk about the emergency.
Yeah, talk about that.
Let me pull it up here real quick.
The White House is doing damage control by and large right now because they're wanting everybody to hush hush, like don't showcase like how bad we are, yada yada. Don't talk about this, blah 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 blah. Like, of course they are. Of fucking course they are.
I mean,
they want to do damage control as much as they can in the MSM because every time Eric Adams or anybody else out there declares a state of emergency, it only goes to prove that you sit there and you said, hey, we're a sanctuary state, but you didn't really mean it. You were just doing it for virtue signaling purposes.
You see all these countries around the world too that have open borders and having problems with crime and their women being raped and murdered. Yeah. And then here we are in the United States with an open border.
Name me a single country without a border.
I mean, I don't know. They're all pretty wide open right now.
Name me a superpower country that does not have a border at all. Like, there are no borders. You can just drive. Just name me one.
Yeah.
That's successful.
Right.
That doesn't have these issues. Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't fucking happen.
Doesn't happen.
You vet people before you get on a plane. Why? Because we don't want to see another 9/11. So then why is the southern fucking border open? You think it's not possible for terrorists to utilize that? 100% it is. 100%. Yeah. That's where we're at. Bubba Wallace, black NASCAR driver with the fucking noose the size of a pinky. They're gonna hang you by your pinky, Bubba. What the fuck are you on about, bro? You're just being stupid at this point. For those who don't remember, Bubba Wallace, I think it was like 2020, 2019, I forget what it was, when like all the black people in America were like, racism, they're trying to hang us and lynch us, blah, blah, blah. White people were like, we're just watching Netflix and Tiger King. What the fuck are you on about? But Bubba Wallace found a noose in his garage at NASCAR.
To pull down the garage door.
To pull down the garage door. And folks, the noose, the knot, was the size of your fucking pinky.
I thought this guy retired.
No, apparently not, because Bubba Wallace apologizes for pushing Kyle Larson, former driver, or a fellow driver, around after Vegas crash. Oh, such a good, upstanding gentleman. Bubba Wallace, a man who is no stranger to seeing things that aren't really there and overreact to them, has apologized for angrily shoving Kyle Larson following their collision at a NASCAR race this weekend. Kyle Larson made an aggressive move as the pair rounded turn 3, a move which pinned Wallace's vehicle up against the wall. Wallace then retaliated by ramming the right rear of Larson's car, which sent the pair spinning out of control and ended the race for both of them. Sound like they were both being fucking stupid. However, Wallace's anger at Larson was not satisfied by the retaliatory hit alone. Instead, he exited his vehicle, ran up to the smallest man on the NASCAR circuit, and began shoving him around.
Calling him a racist.
I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, okay. Yep, there it is. We're watching now live on Rumble. Yeah, he tried to get back at him, and what happened? Idiot. Clearly the dude, I guess it's not a fellow race car driver. I don't think it's a fellow. It looks like on different teams. But you just look at him. He pushes him into the wall, and then Bubba Wallace goes to try and fucking do a love tap on his right left fender, I think it is. And they go sailing, spinning out. Blah blah blah. Then you see Bubba Wallace lowering the cargo net in the vehicle and then getting out. Then he goes running up to the pit crew. He's walking up. He starts shoving. Oh, dude, he's getting aggressive as fuck. Oh, he's trying to fucking throw bones with this guy. He's pushing him, shoving him. He's getting very violent. Wow. Weird. He apologizes for it. Yeah, you should. You should apologize, you piece of shit. And not even just for this, for the whole fucking racial hoax. You remember how the NASCAR came out? I'm surprised half those fucking douchebags weren't like taking a knee on the track wearing some kind of like African garb like Nancy Pelosi and Schumer in the Capitol building. Remember that? Yeah. They all took a knee and posed. We represent the colors of this other country. Fuck Africa. What the fuck do I care about them? What is this? Like, we gotta love and care about everybody like a bunch of globalist bullshit. I'm for America. Fuck everybody else. I don't give a shit.
Africans are trying to get here to America.
Exactly. Like, oh my God. And all the like black people in America is like my African American history. You know that they don't like you over here, right? Like if you a lot of people don't know this, Africans do not like black Americans. They don't. because it's sitting there. It's kind of like the whole trans thing, like men pretending to be women. It's like, you don't know our experiences. You don't know our struggles. So when Africans look at like black Americans and they're saying we're Africans, like, no, you're not. You don't deal with half of our struggles.
Right.
You're not hungry. You're not having to walk 4 miles to get clean fucking water. You have electricity. You got clothing. You got government handouts. You got all this shit. You are not African. Oh, yes. That's a topic many people, you said you want uncensored, folks. Here's uncensored. These are certain truths that people do not want to acknowledge. They do not want to acknowledge. When you tell black people, by and large, like, where are you from in Africa? Well, I'm not from there. My heritage or my ancestors are. So then you're not African. That'd be like me saying I'm European. I'm not. I'm American. You're not African American. You're black. You're a black American. I'm a white American. You're just American. But by and large, this is what liberals have to do. Don't put a label on us. Don't put a label on us. Oh, by the way, I'm a gender cis, white, heterosexual. You put all these fucking labels on yourself. It's like, are you retarded? Like, you people just really confuse the fuck out of me. I don't understand you whatsoever. You're some of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Bubba Wallace. Race baiter extraordinaire. Fucking loser. Oh, and look at this. Stephen A. Smith sees racist double standard in media reaction to Tom Brady's sideline rant. Those that don't know, this douchebag, he is a black sports commentator, and he's known very large for stirring up fucking drama. This guy is another stereotypical fucking racist. But nobody's going to call him on it, because if they do, oh my God, as a white person, you're calling a black person racist, therefore you must be racist. No, this guy says some dumb shit. Case in point, listen to the stupid shit this motherfucker said. It's ridiculous. Because it is the day ending in Y, ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith is claiming to have found racism as he's decided to tell everyone about it. On Monday's edition of The First Take, the longtime ESPN extremist stirrer took to the airwaves to comment on Tom Brady's sideline rant at his offensive line on Sunday. Brady took his linemen to task for their lackluster effort during the Bucs' upset loss to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Folks, I'm going to play you a clip, and you can watch it right here. This is Tom Brady yelling at his team.
That's what Mike Tomlin said. He said,
you see what he's doing? He's chewing their ass. But that's what a leader does. This is not outside the realm of normal.
Yeah.
This is a quarterback being a leader. He's being a team captain and saying, you better get your shit together and stop leaving me exposed out there on the fucking field. But we can't sit there and say, hey, great leadership, chew that ass, get them back on the front, and get them fucking fighting like they should be. But instead, you look at this fucking race-baiting piece of shit, and what is he saying? But while most normal people would see Brady's eruption as nothing more than a team leader trying to inspire and rally his team to play better, Smith took it much further. While Smith did not take exception to Brady's rant per se, he did claim that the media would have reacted differently to his tirade had it been a black quarterback berating his team, as opposed to the angry white man Tom Brady. Okay, first of all, which media company are you talking about? CNN would be fucking crucifying Tom Brady, but even CNN isn't saying shit about this. Leave it to a black, racist, race-baiting piece of shit to make it about you. Oh, my God. We could literally have a nuclear war on the horizon, and somehow these black provocateurs are going to make it about them, how this disproportionately affects minorities in America. Shut the fuck up. We are so sick and tired of hearing about this bullshit crammed down our throats left and right. When you're sitting there looking at this, like, where are you coming up with this at? Where are you getting this from? Because the MSM, by and large, demonizes white heterosexual Christian males. Explain to me how, if there's been a black quarterback, they would have crucified him. Bro, shut the fuck up. You fucking race baiting, like, oh my God. Like, some of these fucking idiots are giving, like, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton a run for their money.
I know.
Like, holy shit.
Folks, he must just need viewership.
Dude, that's what it's got to be. That's the only thing I can conclude as to why they say some of the stupidest shit I have ever heard in my entire life. Legitimately. Tom Brady out there being a fucking leader. And it's like, well, you know, had that been a black man, MSM would have fucking hit. Like, shut the fuck up. And this is why, as white people, we are sick and tired of hearing black people bitch about racism in America. Because it's not racism.
It isn't.
You want to talk about hypocrisy? You're afforded so many fucking privileges and get out of jail free cards than white people are. Get the fuck out of here. It's ridiculous. The fact that you still sit there and you say the N-word and all of your hip-hop, all of your rap, and everybody just applauds you for it. Oh, it's a term of endearment. It's still a racist fucking term. Martin Luther King would be rolling in his fucking grave if he came back now and saw the bullshit the black community has de-evolved into. Oh, we can't say that, though. Hurting some feelings today. I don't give a fuck.
Can't say it.
All right. Lastly, but most certainly not least. Okay. As much as it pains me to do it, You know that K-pop stars, pop superstars BTS. I forget what the name actually stands for.
Torture, kill.
Dude, listen, I imagine. They're a bunch of beta, effeminate-looking little whack job weird dudes out of Korea. It says, the members of the superstar South Korean boy band BTS, that's who we're talking about. They've announced military service after wave of North Korea rockets. Okay. As much as I love talking shit about this bullshit, these effeminate dudes, respect. And apparently, they're not being forced. Because that was my thoughts when I first saw it. I was like, wait a minute. So I read the article. They're voluntarily, now, I don't know if it's like voluntarily, like wink, wink, like, hey, we're going to volunteer versus like, you better fucking go with the gun on your back. But apparently they're volunteering for military service. And nothing but respect. Bro, I'm impressed. Mm-hmm. If they're doing it voluntarily. If it's not voluntarily, that's more of a But no, I think they are doing voluntarily. And, hey, kudos to them. Bro.
You know, fight for your country.
Fight for your country. I can respect that. I don't respect the bullshit, effeminate male bullshit like the NSYNC crap. But this right here, man, I doff my cap to you.
Hey, these guys make a shitload of money, right?
Yeah, they do. And they're walking, well, it'll be there when they're done, hopefully. But the fact that they're doing this to defend Korea, or South Korea, I think, the members of the superstar South Korean boy band BTS will begin their mandatory military services imminently. Their record label confirmed on Monday, effectively postponing their careers for at least 3 years. BTS is South Korea's most globally successful music act in history, establishing a string of world records and firsts, such as becoming the first Korean music artist to debut at the top of the Billboard 200 charts and the first to be nominated for a Grammy Award. I still think the music is shit, but whatever. Little fucking teeny boppers in America love this shit. Like, oh my God. Like I
never heard it.
I've got a friend that's a big anime fan. I'm not against anime. I grew up on anime, but they're huge in that community. And they sent me a video and I'm watching, and you talk about the most girlish dudes ever. And I'm like, would you ever fuck one of them? And she's like, no, not really. It's like, why? It's like, I just don't find them attractive, but their music's good. I was like, I don't even see that. It's like, but okay, whatever. And this little girl's rant and rave over this shit. But, you know, the band's near universal popularity resulted in an invite to the White House this summer, where group members declared that they would united to put an end to anti-Asian racism and leftist President Joe Biden, and then immediately was sniffed by Joe Biden. All of them. The BTS collaboration with Biden proved to be their last uncontroversial public appearance, as the band members described being exhausted and emotionally wayward in a live stream shortly thereafter that concluded with them announcing a hiatus, and their record label desperately denying in multiple public releases that the band would pause its career. But apparently now, and I guess from what the article is saying, all of them have elected to go into the military. Bro, nothing but respect.
Oh, you will get on the front line.
You'll get on the front line and just sing your little girl music up around. That's a North Korea DMG show. In South Korea, all able-bodied men must complete 2 years of military service by age 28, as South Korea remains in a permanent frozen state of war with North Korea. The news that BTS will join the South Korean military followed a tense weekend in which the communist North Korea regime fired hundreds of artillery shots at a short-range ballistic missile, SRBM, into the sea neighboring both countries, a potential threat of an impending nuclear attack. They're not going to nuke South Korea. It'd be over.
You think so?
Oh, that would be that, man. No, they would not nuke South Korea.
I think now that Trump is out of the picture, that Kim Jong-un is going to try to go in
nuclear
there.
war would get all. I mean, because then you're bringing you're really bringing in
Russia.
China. Now you're really bringing in Russia. Russia's not going to be able to do it. They're doing it with Ukraine. It'll be China.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be. And here's the thing: the South Korean base that we have, it'd be a fucking speed bump. It'd be a fucking speed bump. That's how. I'm praying nothing happens over there. I'm being seriously.
Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully Trump can reach back out to his buddy and be like, "Hey man,
hey little fat man, listen here. If you do this, I'm gonna fucking nuke you. I will find you and personally nuke you." The office of a conservative South Korea president, Yook Sung-yeol, is reportedly on 24-hour watch for a nuclear detonation, the South Korean outlet Yoham reported on Monday. BTS members had already benefited from a legal exemption offers to extraordinary talents to extend that deadline to age 30. Jin, the oldest member of the group, will turn 30 in December. BTS member Jin will cancel his plan for military deferment by the end of October and will follow through with the enlistment process set by military manpower. Okay, so it sounds like they're actually still being forced. Okay, so basically you're saying, shit, according to Korean law, okay, so this doesn't sound like they're actually volunteering. It's just saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and do this before I get in trouble. It's kind of fucked up.
I guess.
I'm sorry, I am not for mandatory military service. I'm not.
I guess it depends on the circumstance, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're needing manpower, I understand that. But at the same token, if you're not needing the manpower, I mean, it should be voluntarily based. But if you force people, I mean, that means that you're now having to serve alongside of people that probably shouldn't be there, and they're going to get you killed. It's the truth. This is the truth of the matter. You're going to serve with out of shape, unmotivated, legitimately stupid motherfuckers that have no business holding a rifle, no business doing anything in the military. But because of selective mandatory service, unfortunately, you get corralled into people that just should not be there by and large at all. They shouldn't even be holding a fork with a helmet on. They're that dangerous to themselves and other people. So,
well, they did donate $2 million to the Black Lives Matter.
Oh, well, fuck them then. Whatever. Stop Asian hate. And that's the thing I love. You donate to the BLM. When you look at like these Asian hate crimes, there's so many black people attacking Asians and little old Asian ladies. And yet the MSM does not touch that. And the Stop Asian Hate ain't coming from white people, folks.
2020. K-pop giants BTS and their fans donate $2 million to Black Lives Matter.
And they're not getting that back. You donated the $2 million to hashtag Stop Asian Hate to the very same people that are attacking you in America. Oh my God. You can't make this up, folks. You cannot make this up.
Do you think they're going to ask for their money back?
Probably not. Absolutely not. I'm surprised Sharon Osbourne did. But now she's over on Fox, so now she's totally against The View. She doesn't give a fuck anymore. And apparently Ozzy has really bad dementia as well. That's been coming out.
Yeah. You think it was all, I don't know, the drugs that he took?
I think it's the bat he bit the head off of, possibly.
The bad, maybe all the alcohol.
Could be. I love you all. Who's your old fucking mate? Remember what was the Osbournes?
Yeah.
Remember that? What was that? That was like the early
2000s.
That was early 2000s. Yeah. That was like one of the first reality TV things out there. Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Batshit crazy. Sharon Osbourne, the rest of them. Yeah.
They try to force their daughter's terrible music career on everybody.
Fucking horrible. What was her name?
I don't know.
She was on The View, and she was the one that said, "If Donald Trump deports all Mexicans, who's going to clean his toilets?" It's like, wow, that's racist as fuck.
Like, ooh. Who cleans your toilets?
Who cleans your toilets, Kelly? Yeah.
I'm guessing someone from south of the border. Jeez.
Oh, and you're just sitting there laughing your ass off. It's like, you sit there and you try to be anti-racist while you're using racist shit. So you people are so fucking stupid. Oh, my God.
Kelly Osbourne.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah, but I wonder if they're going to ask for their money. 80. How much? It was almost $90 million that they collected.
Yeah,
I can't believe they collected.
Still being audited by the IRS, by the way. And there's so many BLM chapters are coming out saying, "We didn't get a dime because you got grifted. You got grifted. Black stealing from black people, and you got fucking grifted.
Plastered all over the NFL, the NBA.
One of the biggest grifts known to man, and bro, just my hats off to. And I want people to know, I never took the jab. I never donated to the BLM, and I never posted that gay black fucking square.
Nope.
So fuck you and your sheep. And once again, every single time, the jab proven to be bullshit. The black square, nothing but virtue signaling. The BLM was nothing but a fucking grift. Yep. And all of you fucking self-hating white liberals, man, you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. You viewed that as the Catholics view paying to get into heaven. Oh, how can I pay myself out of being a racist? Well, let me just attack my own race and say just what a good person I am and how much I love black people. I'm such a good person.
Yeah, this thing isn't going to pat itself.
How can I virtue signal to the world how much of a non-racist I am? How can I virtue signal to the world how much I love trans people? And then again, you look at Ulta Beauty, how they sponsored this fucking fruit job, this fruit cake.
That was
this guy is insane. He needs to be in a mental institution. I can be a mother.
Uncomfortable.
Hold on, let me play you this clip on Instagram. Like, you listen to this dude, and it's like, you're not acting like a woman. You are acting like a homosexual man is what you're doing.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable.
A very flamboyant homosexual man. And that's what makes it so fucking funny. Ulta Beauty, I hate has no home here. Blah, 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 blah. Like, shut the fuck up. These, oh my God. It's just so fun. Did they pull it down? Did they pull the article? Where's that? Where's that? Oh, which over 6,000 comments. And dude, they're just getting slammed.
Here's one on.
You got these dudes wearing makeup. Like, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. You got it?
I got one of them.
Go ahead.
It's day 75 of girlhood.
Day 75 of being a girl, and I've been carrying around tampons and pads for the past 2 months, but I've actually never opened one up. So let's do it. Woohoo! I thought the letters stood for small, medium, and large based on the size of your Barbie pouch, but after a Google, I found out it's actually the level of your flow. So there's day 75 of being a girl.
Jesus. Why would they do this to her? To him.
These people belong in camps. They're insane. They're fucking
I don't know that they belong, maybe like on a therapist's couch.
Bro, even that. Listen to this.
I know I can find love. I know I can still be a performer. I know that I can have a family. I want to be a mom one day. And I absolutely can. And that's why the narrative still has a long way to go, because when I was grieving Boy Dylan, I didn't know those things were even accessible to me. Now I know I can find love.
That guy dressed up as a woman with a beard,
and
just
on
like
that post,
seriously having this conversation. Like, okay, this is.
There's a grown man.
Serious conversation that they're having.
There's a grown man with a beard that has got a face full of the pancake looking shit or foundation, whatever it is. He's got his eyebrow. He looks like the. I'm sorry. I have no respect for these people. I have no respect. But you're a fucking man. Act like, I can't. These are the betas that in other societies and other present or past times have been outcast. Like, go be exiled. Like, these people have no place in society. They are insane. Yeah. And I don't want them around children.
It's a little upsetting for the company Alta to use these people who clearly
have mental disorders,
have some sort of mental issue.
They are using
them
disorders,
to make $1.
Yeah, 100%. And they're trying, and this is why it's so fucking stupid. Like, let's remove culture from this. Let's simply look at this from a business perspective. You are sitting there hailing men, pretending to be women as women, and yet I would venture to guess that probably 99.9% of your consumer base is women, or are women, were women rather. And now you're pandering to the less than 1% of American population that are trans or whatever the fuck these whack jobs call themselves. And you're pandering to them. Meanwhile, women in there, like the comments, there's one was like, I've been shopping with y'all for years. My daughter's going to come to y'all. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You're endorsing these men. And that guy sits there, I can be a mom one day. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. And I know people don't like hearing this, but sometimes your dreams are fucking retarded.
No,
that's not a dream. That's an outlandish reality that will never be real. Sitting there saying like, I carry tampons around, but I've never had just because you don't have a vagina. You don't have a uterus, you dumb fuck. Somebody should beat this dude's ass.
I just think that someone could just throw an arm around me, like, hey, buddy, we'll like you the way you are. You know, you don't need to dress up like a woman. No. You don't need to pretend to be something that you're not. I don't want anything
to do with these whack jobs. I really don't.
I don't know that you have to be mean. I mean, this dude's he's probably a nice guy. I mean, I don't think he's
probably a belligerent militant deep down inside that would probably be okay saying that people should be forced to accept his opinion of him being a woman.
That would be his opinion, but obviously he's got some sort of mental disconnect to dress up like a woman and think that you're going to carry around tampons and think that you're going to have a period when you're clearly not. You're not going to be a mom because you're not a woman. You don't have ovaries. You can't carry a child. You can't get impregnated.
Your liner is not shedding itself, and you don't have to. That's the other part. It's kind of
those aren't even harsh realities. No. It's just reality.
Reality in general. So, women that go through their periods every month, these fucking whack jobs, you don't. You don't even know what it means to be a woman. You have no idea. But you want to sit there because honestly, in this society, you are such a beta cuck that you can't even act like a basic Sigma male. Instead, you just want to transition to the other sex and get treated. Because I think honestly, what it is at the base core of it, they just want to be protected because they're not protectors. They want to be protected. They are the literal sheep. I shouldn't say literal. They are the figurative sheep. Protect me because I can't defend myself because I'm too much of a bitch. Because you look at him, he's skin and bone. He's tiny. Yeah, anybody can walk all over this dude. That's another reason why we have the Second Amendment. But instead, they go the opposite direction. I can be a mom. Okay, fair enough. Explain to me, please, how your little Barbie pouch, whatever the fuck you call it, or your vagina, explain to me how you can get pregnant without a womb. Trans women cannot get pregnant. You can't.
It's a fact.
Trans men cannot impregnate women. You don't have testicles. You cannot produce sperm. Why the fuck are we even having these arguments and these conversations with these basket case, these Fruit Loops?
So I think these companies are doing a great disservice.
They really are.
To these people who are clearly having an issue with their own identity.
Yep.
is just throw an arm around and be like, buddy, we'll accept you how you are. You don't need to go through this whole facade of acting like you're going to be a mom or you're going to have a period.
I don't think they can even accept themselves, honestly, man. They can't even figure out what the fuck's wrong with them. They think they're okay and they're not.
To sit down and have this production around them and all this money and stuff to try to make a dollar off
of. These companies, these corporations jump all over it, though, because they know, folks, here's the deal. Do you really think these doctors that are undergoing or they're performing these surgeries, these transition surgeries on children, do you really think it's because they believe in this? No, they know it pays good fucking money and they don't care.
It's the same reason these doctors will do abortions. Obviously, they know that it's a baby inside a womb. We all start off the same exact way. No person is alive without going through this process of an egg being fertilized by sperm and sitting in a womb incubating for 9 months. That's how we all get here. A doctor knows that. So him
follow the science. Follow the science.
Giving an abortion, they know they're killing a baby. So what's to say that same doctor is not going to say, like, I don't care. I'm going to chop someone's penis off, sew up a vagina, and
$25,000. Why the fuck not? Yeah.
If we can get it subsidized by the state, all the better. Can make more money.
Absolutely.
That's all they want.
This is why it's just gone out. It's gone off the rails.
Just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're a great person.
No, it also doesn't mean you're an expert either. Because nowadays, when you talk about like follow the science, I was having this debate with this random fucking internet peasant. It's kind of like, trans people, blah, 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 you just don't know what it is. Like it's essentially it's body dysmorphia, it's gender dysphoria. They're like, you don't even know what that means. Like, it's like, well, DCM-5 is like DCM-5 removed it like back in like 2018, 2017, because political activists that posed as scientists and psychologists said, oh, we need to change this. Like, no, all you're trying to do is normalize this. That's all you're trying to do. That's all it is. That's why all these experts, all these studies, I don't believe in it anymore. I don't. Used to like wield that as actual factual information, but it's not. It's all scientists that are actual political activists posing as scientists. And they sit there, follow the science, 2 weeks to flatten the curb. Another famous singer, I just saw reported, a famous Haitian singer, I think, age 41, dropped dead from cardiac arrest. Yeah. It's happening so much. It's happening. And again, granted, genetically, some people are predispositions to die younger ages. I get that. But my God, young athletes left and right dropping dead from the same complications. Folks, where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's something to this. Florida just recently published a study saying if you're a military age male, if you're between the ages of 18 and 35 as a man, do not get the jab. You're at 85% rate of experiencing some type of heart issue. Folks, wake the fuck up.
Yeah, I think it's myocarditis.
Wake the fuck up.
Yeah. They don't have your best interest at heart.
It's disgusting. Sure. Yeah. It's fucking disgusting. All right, folks, we're coming up on an hour and 42 minutes. This podcast went for a while. We had a lot of fun. Make sure you check out the show's sponsor, shellshockcbd.com. We'll be streaming on the John Burke Gaming channel. I'll be hanging out in the Discord for anybody that wants to bullshit and hang out over there. The Discord is where we're letting all the savages know what's going on. You should come over. You should join us. We appreciate all your love and support. This is another way for us to basically get in touch with you and let you know when the show is about to go live or when the show is live. And the cool part about it is once we post the podcast on Podbean, you're going to get an update of when it is actually available on iTunes and shit like that. And you will get the actual notification on your phone. That's pretty badass. It's crazy. Again, here is the link. Come over to Discord. Come join the crew. We got a great group of people. We have a lot of great things going on. And again, this episode is brought to you by shellshockcbd.com. You want to experience the euphoric high? We got you covered. Check out our Delta 8 and our Delta 9. And it also comes back with a money-back guarantee. If it doesn't do as we progress or as we promote, as we advertise, we will refund your money. We have that much confidence in our products. If you need help with sleep and you're worried about failing a drug test, we got you. Our Rack Out gummies are CBD and melatonin. No THC, literally none. Every batch is tested by a third party to verify this, and the results are published on our website under each product. We cannot thank you enough supporting shellshockcbd.com. Again, make sure you check it out and share the podcast. If you can, hit that share button, tag your friends, let them know, and come give us a follow at John Burke over on Rumble. Check out channels. Don't click videos, click channels, and make sure you give us a follow. Got anything to add, my man?
You guys have a great day.
And as always, you fucking stay savage, America.